Hey friends, this is Marilyn from tarotclarity.com, and today I thought I'd do a side-by-side comparison of two decks because I don't think I've done one before. I can't believe I haven't, but I looked through my list and I don't see it, so I thought today would be a good day for it. One is the facsimile deck of the Claude Burdel Tarot of Marseille, 1751. I believe he was a French card maker who moved to Switzerland and adopted a Swiss flair. Let me check. Let me make sure that I'm not speaking out of turn. He was born in France. Okay, yeah, so he's, well, whether or not he was, ethnically French, I don't know, but he was born in France. And then he had an apprenticeship with a master card maker, Melchior Vianney, or Vianney, in Lyon until 1745. And then he emigrates to Switzerland in 1749, becomes in his turn a master, a card maker, and then realizes this magnificent tarot in compliance with the model of the Tarot of Marseille with Swiss features. It's a beautiful deck. I love this deck. I love the Burdel. I have a few Burdel decks. Now, which one am I comparing it to? The Golden Tarot of Marseille. My little Bling Marseille deck, rather. That is based on the Burdel. I expressed many times, every time I use it, the Marseille never had bling. There was never gold leaf. But it just kind of gives me a kick, so I use it. But I'm going to I'm going to show how this deck is based on the Burdel for fun. Alrighty, so here we have the Fool. Now one thing we'll notice, let's see, oh, they're the same size. So although we have the additional feature of gold bling that's textured, gold leaf, and it's great. I love it. But we see that there is, it's unmistakable that this deck is based on the Burdel. The backs are similar, there's a star pattern, a star motif. This is, I'm sure, more in keeping with the original. So there's artistic license with color. It could be that the original deck that was used for either was just line and maybe no inclusion of color, or I don't know. I can't speak on the condition of the facsimile deck, what the color was. But we even see some details like the separation between the wing or the chair back or whatever in her head. We have it there too, although they try to fill it in. They fill in that gap here by filling in the wing to make it look more like a wing. But even this little detail that's there is here. The detail of the eagle, very similar. Not too many liberties were taken. So if you can get past the bling, I think you can realize that it's very much in keeping with the sentiment of the Burdel. But, hey, some backgrounds are black, some backgrounds are different color. I mean, just the fact that it's white is kind of random too. I'm just trying to justify the bling. And as a purist, some of you, would be like, this is an atrocity. And I understand that. I understand that. But, there's a price differential between them. And, this deck by I think it's by Lo Scarabeo, is considerably more expensive. Maybe half the price. And it's fun. Not that the Yves Renaud deck is not fun. I probably should shut up and just show the cards. So I probably don't have to show the pips except in Mass. But every time I use this and I say it's based on the Swiss Burdel, this is what I'm talking about. Even the awkward anatomy of her body is the same. And this is a card that traditionally does show nudity. Tarot, historic tarot decks, and all tarot decks in general do show partial nudity generally. And if nudity offends you in any way, or any type of art that you might see in an art museum offends you, then this channel is not for you or your children. Although my channel is intentionally not designated for children. So there's that. Okay, so let's take a look at the suit of swords of each. And there's no reason to assume that any great liberties will have been taken by the blingy one. Just the background, just the gold leaf background. And some color changes. We see color differences here. But the form of the flower, the placement, all the same. We'll have to take note of this. We'll do it right now since they're the top card for each. So we even get the detail of the tablecloth, which I've never noticed before. I'm glad I did this. I never noticed the tablecloth. I don't remember consciously thinking, oh, and doesn't that look like a party? Come on, that looks like such a good time. The Two of Cups looks like, if this were to show up in a spread, boy, it just looks like a good time, or a good union, or a good combination. Just feels so good. Claude Burdel, CB. That's a little message for you, CB. I know you know who I mean. There's my boyfriend. And here we have the CB again. It looks like a good time. I think actually the original Burdel almost looks like a better good time, to be honest. It's interesting. Let's compare the two good times. Wow, just by chance. Yeah, this one looks a little more energetic, doesn't it? So there's always something to be said about the original. You know, people copy the original. A copy may be good, but it's never the original. Okay, I guess we can compare the two batons since they're together. So you see the detail of the fruit or the whatever's hanging is similar, it's the same. The colors are different, but there's no sacrifice in placement, you know. Things are essentially the same. And you notice the style of the batons. Oh, I didn't comment on the style of the Ace of Cups. Now, this is not typically what I associate with Swiss cups. Swiss cups, for me, like if I think the Gassman, for example, is more like a clam or like a ribbed cup, you know. So this is different than what I would usually associate with a Swiss style cup. Anyway, get back to it. But we have those very nicely capped batons. She's so pretty. He's handsome. And the last suit. Not too many compromises. Another good time. Look at, okay, let's check out the good time over here. Okay, I'll just show these two. So like the Two of Cups, that look like a good celebration or a good time. So does this, right? I love using this deck because when these cards pop up, it just makes me feel like I have good news for the person. Celebration. A little bird in a little space. Horns blowing, people hanging from the chandeliers. Well, there's no people hanging from the chandeliers, but it feels like a chandelier on New Year's Eve and confetti. And I love the expression of the Two of Cups and the Four of Coins in the Burdel deck. She looks stern. She looks kind of pissed off. She does too. So I hope you enjoyed this little comparison between a facsimile historic deck and one that was based on it, but with the additional feature of bling. Oh, and the difference in card thickness. We have to get to like the Ace of Swords to whittle down the facsimile publication to make it be the same thickness. And of course, because of, this Lo Scarabeo cardstock, so it's, very nice to shuffle. Not that this isn't, but it's a thicker deck So it's kind of hard. What I have to do with this deck is break it and shuffle this section and then take a part of this and then shuffle it with a part of this, So it's a bit more methodical, and I have to do it like 30 times because I'm crazy. Until next time, friends, peace, stay well, be kind, and be brave.